Hi, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. My name is Becky. This is a collective reading for Cancer. This is a self-reflection reading for the collective. If you are not aware of what my self-reflection readings are, basically every now and then we've all got a bit of inner healing work to do, and sometimes we don't know where it is that we need to, or what we need to look at. So this is a bit of a helpful nudge from Spirit to give you a bit of an idea on what you might need to be working on in order to do some inner healing. So let's get into it. As always, this is collective, so it will not resonate for everybody. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. If you don't find anything relevant in it, check your other placements. You may find a message in one of those for you. Now this should include your past, present and future because it is a self-reflection reading. Okay, today is the 11th of July. Whenever this falls into your feed is likely to be when it should be relevant for yourself. Okay, so Spirit, can we please get some cards for Cancer for their self-reflection reading? Okay, so your overall energy then, we've got a Two of Pentacles. Now that is in the reverse, so you are feeling a little bit trapped. You're feeling like you've got a lack of options at the moment and you're struggling to balance things out. Things are a little bit higgledy-piggledy when you're trying to juggle them. Could be, work-life, but home-life balance. Could be inner emotions that you're juggling. Could be other things. Could be family, friends. You know, you've just you're not very balanced at the moment, and things are just a little bit out of whack for you. Yeah, you feel like you've got limited choices, and you're just trying to make the most of what you've got. You've got a lot of twos out on here, I've noticed. Two of Wands, Two of Swords, and a Two of Pentacles. So if you're into your angel numbers, it might be worth checking your reoccurring numbers. Usually when there are reoccurring numbers, it means that there's some sort of message that your angels and spirit guides want to give you. So, how you're currently talking to yourself at the moment, we've got this Two of Wands, and that is in the reverse. Now your Two of Wands is suggesting that you're telling yourself that you've got limited ambitions and you're doing a lot of dreaming, but you're also telling yourself that you're very confident in something, maybe too confident. You might be a bit overconfident with something, or you're trying to convince yourself that you're confident, and it's not really working very well. It's like it's limiting whatever ambitions you've got, and it's covering up what you're looking at. You're wearing blinkers as such, or you're telling yourself that things are how they should be, and you're being very, it's like you're being very narrow-minded to yourself at the moment. Let's get some clarification on that. Could also be that you're not really telling yourself not to plan for the future. As well, maybe you feel like there's not much point in planning. Okay, so we've got a Six of Pentacles, Magician in reverse. Okay, so you're lacking confidence, and again, Six of Pentacles, things have been a little bit uneven, out of balance, and you feel like somebody needs to give back, potentially. An Eight of Wands and a Four of Wands in the reverse. Right, so this Six of Pentacles then, so it can be a card of balance, but I think with you having that Two of Pentacles, this is more a card of imbalance. I believe that it's very much of you may have been generously given, or you've been telling yourself that all you do is give, 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 and potentially somebody's not giving back. This Two of Wands is you not making any plans to keep giving, okay? This Magician, you've lost all self-confidence. You don't feel like you're getting what you want. You are feeling like nothing is coming to fruition, and you're telling yourself that as well. You know, you're telling yourself that there isn't any point in moving forward, planning forward. You've got no confidence at all that anything's going to happen. You're telling yourself that you've not got any stability. So if this is with regards to another person, or whether it's regard to, you know, in regards to yourself, you do not feel stable at all. You don't feel like you've got a happy relationship if you're in one. You don't feel stable. You feel stuck. You feel trapped. And you just feel completely out of harmony. I say feel, you're telling yourself that you're out of harmony. You're telling yourself you're stuck. You're telling yourself you're trapped. We do have an Eight of Wands. So you are telling yourself that you do need to communicate. You are trying to tell yourself that you need to move. You need to do something. You need to have an intention. So you are telling yourself that something needs to move, something needs to change. You potentially need to move forward, or, you know, talk to somebody, because this is very much a communication card. Maybe you're trying to communicate with somebody, or it's very much, maybe you've been communicating with them in the past and things haven't quite hit the right mark. Maybe you're worried about your communication as well. Maybe you feel like you're going to miscommunicate, but this is you telling yourself that it is time to communicate with someone. It's time to open up. It's time to have that intention. And it's telling you that you need to do it fast as well. Now, in what are you hiding from yourself out of shame or fear? We've got a Nine of Swords. So you're having sleepless nights about something. Something you're feeling guilty. You're feeling depressed, ashamed. I'm not sure what this is, but you're just feeling really, really gutted, sad, guilty, depressed, miserable, and you're having absolute nightmares about whatever it is, whether it is fear, whether it is shame, could be both. Let's get some clarification on that Nine of Swords, please, Spirit. It could even be that you're afraid of fear itself. Maybe you're afraid of nightmares, or you're ashamed of nightmares. You're ashamed of feeling guilty. You're ashamed of feeling sad. We've got a Three of Cups. So that's celebration. Maybe you feel guilty about some sort of celebration, or you're scared to celebrate. Maybe you have nightmares about being happy. Now, the Three of Cups could also be a card of a third-party situation, but I can't see a Three of Swords out at the moment, so I couldn't say that. I think it's more celebration. Now, it can also be intoxication. Maybe you have nightmares of something that's happened when you may have been out socialising, or you're scared something's going to happen when you're out socialising. We've got an Eight of Swords in the reverse, so you don't feel trapped anymore. You're not scared of being trapped. You're not scared of being stuck. And you're not ashamed of being. So it can't be depression, or because you're not. It's like you're not ashamed of being stuck in your own head. And usually when you're depressed, you're stuck in your own head. Yeah, another card, please, Spirit. And the Seven of Cups. So choices. So you're having nightmares about, not necessarily nightmares, but it's either you're ashamed or you're fearful of having friends and having choices. It's like you're restless, and maybe you're ashamed of being restless. This eight of Swords in reverse is a card of restlessness. It's like you're being released, you're trying to move forward. This Eight of Wands is moving forward. Maybe whatever it is, you're just ashamed or you're scared to move forward, and you're scared of the options and the choices. You could even have a massive phobia of socialising. You could be a bit of a hermit, somebody that's, you know, a bit of a loner type, somebody that enjoys their own company, doesn't like to go out and socialise. You could be very scared of having to do that and having to go through lots of choices. It could be that you know, it could be a new job, it could be anything. But it's like you're scared of having happiness and celebration. You're scared of other people potentially. You're scared of having to make a choice. You don't. You're ashamed that you might have to move forward and make choices. Maybe you don't like the idea of, you know, if it's something where these choices relate to romance, maybe you are ashamed that you have choices with regards to that. Again, with work, maybe you're ashamed of, you don't want to cut one job off and go for another. You could be somebody that feels ashamed of letting people down as such. But this to me just looks like you're scared to move forward because of choices, and that you'll have to deal with people. And now what you can do to help yourself, we've got a Knight of Swords. Now that Knight of Swords is telling you to be decisive and go after what you want. It's telling you to have courage and act with bravery. And so this is very much a fear. Very much a fear. And it's telling you to be brave and go after what you want and be decisive, to make those decisions and be brave. Some clarification. This could also be a person that may help you make those decisions. Could be somebody that you take inspiration from, that you could see as being courageous and bold and fast acting, making lots of decisions. Sorry, we just have two cards dropped on the floor. Okay, so we've got the Moon card, and we've got the Knight of Swords again. So potentially with that Moon card there then, so things could be kept in the dark. There might be a bit of healing to do. Secrets may be being kept from you. You may be keeping secrets from other people. It might also be that you might need to use your intuition when you're making these decisions. And we've got a Four of Cups as well. So Four of Cups is you feeling a bit bored as well. Not seeing what's in front of you. And just being disinterested and waiting around. You just kind of expecting something to come along, feeling discouraged, refusing to take part in things, which I'm assuming has got something to do with your fear of this Three of Cups potentially socialising, and you just kind of like refusing. Well, you can refuse, I should say. This is a card of being able to refuse. You don't have to do something you don't want to. You don't have to, you know, take the opportunities that are in front of you. But it is suggesting that you do pay attention, okay? I mean, with that Moon card there, you know, things are in the dark a little bit. You don't know what's coming in front of you. It could very well be that you also need to pay attention to your dreams, because your dreams are telling you certain things that you need to know about. It could very well be that you need to use a bit of imagination in order to make those decisions with that Knight of Swords. And it's definitely telling me that you need to be decisive and very courageous, but it's also suggesting that you need to act fast as well, to not miss out on an opportunity potentially, because otherwise you're going to keep feeling bored. I mean, down here you're telling yourself that things are not coming to fruition, things are out of balance. You know, you need to do, there needs to be some forward movement going on. You keep telling yourself you need to do movement, you need to move forwards. That's what this Eight of Wands and this Eight of Swords is telling you. And then we've got this Knight of Swords, which is very fast movement forwards towards something that you want. Making that decision, being bold, being brave. Using your instinct with the moon to make decisions. Listening to that intuition. Now what you need to release, we've got a moon, but this time it's in reverse. So release the fact that you don't know what's going on, okay? Release the thought of things being blocked. Release the fact that you, how do I put it? If you're feeling bored with life and you think things are dull and ordinary, release that, because it's not. It's whatever you want it to be. You may feel like facts are the only thing that matters as well at the minute, because down here you feel like you're out of balance. You might be looking at it as being, okay, I give X amount into a relationship money wise, they don't. Okay, that's a fact. Brilliant. Do they contribute anything else to the relationship? Does it have to be money? I'm not saying that's the case, I'm just thinking of an example. You know, facts are not usually the only thing that you need to think about. There are, you know, other things that you need to consider. Thoughts, imagination, not just hard cold facts that you can have written down. Things that, how do I put it? If you've got somebody in your relationship, you might be a big doer, but you might have somebody in the relationship that's a thinker and the emotional support. If you're the person that's giving all the emotional support, doing all of the housework, doing all of the, you know, dealing with all the bills, dealing with all the family matters, and you're doing everything like you're a single person, then you know that's absolutely, you know, one-sided, completely factual. If it's something where you're doing all the working and the other person is doing all the emotional support, and you're not really giving any emotional support, there's not really any facts that support that they're giving emotional support. It's just something that you know, or that you feel, because there's nothing to prove it. Do you get what I mean? It's like facts are not the only thing in life that matter. You need to release the need for facts. You need to release the fact that you think that you've got no intuition, because here the moon is telling you to rely on that intuition. You need to release the fact that you think that you can't rely on it, because you can. Let's get some more clarification on that moon card, please, Spirit. I mean, it's very much like you're feeling that everything's boring at the minute. And you need to release that thought that everything's boring. So we've got a Queen of Cups. That could be a person. We've got Five of Wands. And we've also got an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So that Queen of Cups then is someone that holds on to their emotion. Well, they're very nurturing and they're in touch with their emotions. She's extremely empathetic to somebody or people, but she can be easily manipulated, especially if she's a giver. Okay, if you're doing a lot of giving down here and you don't feel like you're getting any reciprocation, you might have to release it. You could just have to release personality traits of that. You might have to release the fact that you're too caring, you're too empathetic, you're too nurturing, because at the end of the day, things need to be 50-50 if it's in a relationship. It could be that you might need to conserve that, be more empathetic to yourself than to others. It could be very much that you need to be nurturing and caring to yourself. This is suggesting that you may have been doing it very much with other people, and that's why you're out of balance. Okay, so you need to potentially do that with yourself more. The Five of Wands is conflict and competition. This could be with somebody else with regards to, again, that Queen of Cups energy. Again, that's something you need to release. You need to release any sort of fights, challenges, rivalries that you might be having. We've got an Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, which is suggesting to me that there may have been some sort of financial loss as well that could have come around this. This could be, again, why you're out of balance, and why you think that things are out of balance and you're not going to get anything, you're not manifesting anything, because why you've got that instability, because there may have been some sort of financial loss. It could very well be that this could also be an issue with health that may have arisen relatively recently. It could also be that you may have refused a gift. This is suggesting, okay, don't worry about that. You know, release the fact that that has all happened. Release any negative energy that comes along with that. Because at the end of the day, it's already happened. What you've got to do now is move on from it and deal with it. What it is telling you to embrace is this Two of Swords in the reverse energy. Now that Two of Swords is making a decision without other people's input. It's making a decision hastily, which is what these Knight of Swords are telling you to do. It's not necessarily seeing all of the information, not having all those facts. So here you've released the need for the facts. You've got your intuition that you need. Here with this moon, you're releasing the fact that you don't have very good intuition, or any blockages that are keeping that intuition back. Very much likely to be this Five of Wands, very much likely to be over empathy to other people. It could very much be you may be an empath itself, and you may have had your intuition blocked because you're too busy feeling other people's feelings, and you need to release that, learn how to protect your own energy in order to use that intuition. Once you've got your intuition, you'll be able to make all those decisions without knowing the facts, because your intuition will be able to guide you. This is using your intuition because you haven't got the facts to make a clear decision. You know, you're having to use your intuition to guide you to make that decision. You're at a crossroads and a decision needs to be made, and it needs to be made relatively quickly, which, again, those Knights of Swords are there trying to make that decision for you. Spirit, can we get clarification of this Two of Swords, please? So we've got a Three of Wands then. What's that? Four of Pentacles. One more card, please, Spirit. We've got two. So, okay, so we've got the Three of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Strength card. Okay. So that Three of Wands then is suggesting that you observe things, You don't necessarily have to make a decision quickly. You can take a little bit of time, but you have got to make a decision. It does need to be made quickly, but you can always observe the decision afterwards. You can change your decision if you need to. It is suggesting that you may be anticipating things to kick off potentially, or you're just anticipating the change to whatever this decision is. I've got a feeling it's very much anticipating the change that's coming in. This is potentially stability. The Four of Pentacles, having money, putting savings up, having stability, having material wealth, holding on to your money for security. It can also be that you are holding on to a person, holding on to emotions, but you need to embrace that you're holding on to them, okay? We've got a Queen of Pentacles. Again, stability, nurturing, somebody with money. This is this seems very much to me like part of your instability, part of this juggling is very much to do with money, because you've got a lot of pentacles out here. Yes, there's a lot of cups and there's a lot of wands as well, but a lot of the things that you're trying to keep hold of is to do with pentacles. But yeah, you've got some emotional decisions that you need to make. But yeah, you're holding on, you're trying to be stable, you're trying to be nurturing, you're trying to make sure that you've got good foundations, and you need strength and courage to do it. It could very well be that you need to embrace the strength and courage in order to make these decisions to meet your Queen of Pentacles, potentially. This three of Wands could very much be you planning your future, planning to move forward, to make that stability, but you need to make a decision now about some sort of planning for your future. But it is requiring bold, courageous actions on your behalf. It requires you to use your intuition and have courage, and you'll get stability from it. Right, I am going to pull you a Angel of Light Oracle, a Moonology Oracle, and a Kitchen Witch Oracle card as well. See if there's any more messages that Spirit want to give with regards to this self-reflection reading. Yeah, an Angel of Light Oracle card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Okay, we've got Archangel Gabriel. Okay, you are blessed to receive this Archangel card, and your guidance is to invoke Archangel Gabriel, who works on a white ray for grace and purification. It is time to release old memories, ingrained habits and mental patterns which lower your vibrations. Archangel Gabriel will bring order and discipline into your life so that everything runs smoothly. You can also call on him to bring you clarity and joy. You are reminded that you are beautiful, light and wise, and you are a beautiful, light and wise spirit, and that only the material mantle disguises your true self. So envision yourself surrounded by pure white light. Let your pure spirit emerge and fly. Your affirmation: I am pure and light. Spirit, can we get a Moonology card as well, please? I am aware one's just flew out at the bottom. I'll give you two because I like to shuffle them too. So we've got bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius, and luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. Let's Kitchen Witch as well. Now these cards are awkward to shuffle because my hands are tiny and they are massive cards. These are the kitchen witch oracle, thank you. So bay leaves, abundance. Okay, let's get my book for that one. So, the message for bay leaves then. You've been going without unnecessarily for too long now. Your cries for prosperity have been heard. So please don't give up on all that you've worked for. All you need to do is accept that an abundance of prosperity is your birthright and to work a little magic. My properties will assist you against misfortune, and a dried leaf with your desires written on it will bring you your wishes into fruition if burnt. Pop one of my leaves in your purse or wallet, and soon your inner storeroom will be overflowing with a plenitude of riches. This card marks a time of opulence. Count the blessings you receive in serendipitous moments, for they are a sign of new and lucrative phase. Soon you will forget the miserable days of life. Okay, so yeah, there you have it. Go and burn yourself a bay leaf with what you want on the back of it, and hopefully you will get it. So, obviously that is up to you. I'm not telling you to go and do that. If you're not wanting to, that's completely your choice. Yeah, so that is what I've got for you, Cancer. So please do try and get out of the fear of nightmares and hating yourself. Whatever lesson it is that you need to learn with regards to that, I do hope you learn it for your sake, because once you've learned it, those nightmares will, lessen. That fear you should lessen on that, and it should all start clearing up for you. So I do wish you every luck with your self-healing journey. If you do like today's messages and it does resonate, please like and subscribe. It will help pass the message on to anybody else that needs to hear it. As always, thank you for joining me today.